What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about a Life is Strange 4 game with Max and Chloe. Now, I want to set this picture up for you guys real fast. Number one, I was scrolling through my YouTube on my phone, and Dom the Bomb, who I actually really respect, I think he does a phenomenal job. I've watched his videos in the past, and I know he covers, the episodic games quite a bit. He's done Walking Dead, stuff like that. Obviously, he's done Life is Strange, and he had a video that was basically that, Life is Strange 4 with like Max and Chloe, and I was like, wait, what does that even mean? So I didn't want to watch it because I don't want to try to repeat what he's saying and give you guys the same video. So I looked it up on my own. I just typed in, Life is Strange 4, Max and Chloe, tried to find it, and I found this is over a month old. So I am horribly sorry, and his video is only a day old as well. So I think we're both, or obviously he found it first, and now I'm seeing it, and I cannot believe we've waited this long to talk about this. So pretty much what this boils down to is the person that was pretty much proved right with Life is Strange True Colors, okay? And we'll go over what they predicted for True Colors, that all of which, or at least most of which, is very accurate, okay? When they did that, they also talked about a second Life is Strange game, okay? This Life is Strange game with Max and Chloe. Now, I can't think of a better way to make me happy to like say, hey Alex, do you want like a birthday gift, like an early birthday gift? Here's the early birthday gift. So we'll talk about that in just a second. Really fast though, before I get too far in, make sure if you guys are not already, you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on. If you guys want to follow me over on Twitter or any of my social media stuff, it's all in the description below, but Twitter specifically, Podcast Now 15 is my Twitter handle, okay? And I've covered Life is Strange many times. I've covered every single game that's released. I've talked about True Colors a few times on this channel before, and we'll definitely be upping the coverage of that as we get closer. Obviously, it's still several months away, so there's not too much to talk about. The opening section of that game seems really awesome that they, released yesterday. All right, so the person that had so this was, again, a long time ago. They claim to have received information talking about their next game. The user claims that it'll be a series compiled of 5 episodes. Now, while that's not exactly accurate, it kind of is, because they're putting the game out all at once, but you can play it episodically in 5 episodes. So there is, in fact, 5 episodes to this game. So I will give them credit for that. It will follow an Asian American woman. Now, this doesn't say it. This is from Games Radar. I think they did say Alex. So they knew the name of the girl. They knew that she was an Asian American. They talked about it was a small town setting. That was going back to a small town setting. They also talked about how music was going to play a really big part, bigger than Life is Strange 1, and that seems pretty darn accurate. The music in the background, in terms of like the ambience, right? That sounds it's very reminiscent to me of Life is Strange 1. Very. And obviously she can play the guitar like Max could. So like I agree with that as well. Okay, so pretty much all that stuff. The only thing that she said is that it would be coming. No, I think she said that Life is Strange Remastered would be coming to the Switch. I think that's true as well. I don't actually know 100%. There's actually been rumors that Life is Strange True Colors will also release on the Switch. So I would say this person got probably 90% or more right about Life is Strange True Colors. So I don't know about you. It's completely up to you to make your own decisions on these things, right? You don't have to listen to me. I believe this person. So they're pretty darn accurate with this. And again, I didn't see this. I don't know where this popped up that nobody else wrote about it except for maybe a couple people, again, back a few months ago. But the leaker also claims that another Life is Strange game is in pre-production and is still a few years away from releasing. However, they claim that this second Life is Strange game, so True Colors was the first one, this is the second one, is a direct sequel to the first game in the series and stars returning characters Max and Chloe from the original game by Dontnod. What's more, both of these new games are being developed by Unreal Engine, and both of them are being developed by Deck 9. So Deck 9 is making True Colors, Deck 9 would be making this sequel to Life is Strange 1. Now let me just say, again, I mean, you can do this. Well, I guess I'll go maybe a little bit more negative first. You can definitely do this wrong. And I think there is something very special to leaving Life is Strange alone in the way that, we get Max and Chloe, and that was their isolated adventure. And then obviously the comics can continue them, and they have, and I haven't read them. I know some people have told me they're really good. Some people have told me they're not really worth my time. It's obviously everybody's entitled to their own opinion. So, because that's a thing, right? Every Life is Strange game, literally. I mean, I guess Before the Storm had Chloe as the main character, right? But every major numbered installment, even though they're not all numbered, has starred different characters, and I think there's a lot of people that are completely fine with that. I think there's people that are disappointed that we can't continue to follow characters. I myself am one of them, but I do respect and understand the idea of like isolated stories, right, where you don't kind of return to it. At the same time, when Life is Strange 2 was going on, I was pitching ideas, okay? Now, nobody listens to me, okay? And I was a very big hater of Life is Strange 2, and a lot of people were a very big hater on me during the time of Life is Strange 2, which, again, is fine. But I talked about how I really could see the Life is Strange universe almost as a Marvel cinematic, honestly, and that sounds weird, but it really could be. I think there was potential there to cross Daniel and cross Max with each other. I really do. I mean, yes, it would have been completely different, but the idea of Max maybe being like a mentor to him because she has had her powers, she knows how to use her powers. He's a lot younger, he doesn't know what he's doing. Sean is not the greatest person, I think, to teach him, right? Even though obviously they're brothers, but so I really, yes, it would have been much different. Absolutely. I mean, you literally would have had to start from scratch entirely, but I really think there's potential there to do more with this world than isolating them, okay? Or even like maybe how they're doing it, where it's like, yeah, you can do games that are completely unique. You can do Life is Strange 1, 2, and then True Colors, and they can all be very different from each other in terms of characters and setting, but that doesn't mean we can't revisit them. Now, let me say this. I never want to revisit Life is Strange 2. I never want to revisit Sean and Daniel. So that's just a personal preference. That's something where if they want to do new game, sequel, new game, so they want to do True Colors, then they want to do Life is Strange 2, which would be like the sequel to Life is Strange 1, but with Max and Chloe. And then they want to do another new game, and they want to do a sequel to the Sean and Daniel stuff. I would stop right there. Right before that last thing I said, I would stop there. But I honestly, I would say I have nothing against it, or there's nothing wrong with it. Obviously, again, there is potential to hurt what's already established. But yet again, that's assuming that you think that it's really, really, I mean, there's definitely people out there that don't like Life is Strange, don't like Life is Strange in general. There's maybe people that I know for a fact, and people have very much backtracked this, okay? But trust me, and you don't even have to trust me, I was there. You can go back to my Life is Strange 2 videos, look at the comments. Everybody during the time of Life is Strange 2, number one, the people that were kissing at their feet, not that not saying if you liked the game you were kissing at their feet, but the ones heavily praising 2, everybody was saying that 1 wasn't nearly as good as 2. What I've noticed now, as a couple of years have gone on, is people have backtracked and said, 2 wasn't as good as we said it was when it was out. And 1 is a lot better now that 2 is kind of over and we can kind of reflect. So I saw that to be flat. I mean, I would look at you guys with a straight face, eye to eye, if I could do that. I know that happened. So people have definitely backtracked their opinion. I do think there's a lot of love for Life is Strange 1. I always think there was a lot of love, unless there's a new game out, and then it seems like people just forget about the past and only focus on the present, which I guess is that's something that people do, right? But I think there's a lot of potential there with Life is Strange. I mean, I've petitioned for Max to come back every single time. Max is, and I've said it before, she's not just, and I don't even like saying she. I like just saying the word Max because it's not Max as a character. It's not even one of my favorite female characters, and it's not even because she's a female. She's one of the best characters, I think, in a game. I truly do. Now, that's a very bold statement because there's a lot of great characters, but she's easily one of my favorites. She's one of the top female characters. She's one of the top characters in general, not even just female. So I've wanted her to come back in Life is Strange 2. I've wanted her to come back in Life is Strange True Colors. I don't think that will happen. Maybe a cameo, maybe a picture or a mention of her in some way, right? So I do think it's possible we get some sort of nod to her. And then again, to bring them back, yet again, this is from Deck 9, who did the farewell episode where they said, this is the last time you're going to be playing as Max, and then for them to do a sequel playing as Max. So it is a little odd, and it does go against what they've said in the past. But like I said, I mean, this leaker, you can be a good guesser, but to, again, predict that it would be 5 episodes when it really is still 5 episodes, to be able to predict small town setting, music is important. Okay, some of those things are a little generic, But then to say Asian American, so you have the ethnicity of the character, you said the name, it was Alex, so you have the name. I mean, how much closer can you be? You know what I mean? So I think they absolutely nailed what they said about True Colors. And so if they say this, I think this is happening. Unless it gets canceled, I think this is happening. And that makes me extremely, extremely excited. So let me know, guys, in the comments below, what do you think? Do you think it's a good idea, bad idea? Do you believe the leaker in general? Do you think this could ever happen? Let me know. As always, again, make sure you guys are subscribed to this channel. We're pushing for 50K subscribers. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. If you want to follow me on Twitter, Podcast Now 15 is my Twitter handle. You can also, the link for it is in the description below, okay? Like I said, I cover Life is Strange stuff. I love talking about Life is Strange, even if I'm not always just nonstop positive about it. I love talking about this franchise, so you can always expect new videos on the franchise here on this channel. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you all on the next video.